that should be live for us then. And while I share out the link and give everyone a second to get in, I also gotta clean my glasses because they're dirty. Whoa. Cancel. What the heck? That was weird. Moving on. What was I gonna do? Oh, yes. Okay. Lost myself for a moment. I was like, what in tarnation? There we go. Okay. Audio sounds good. Alright, cool. I'm gonna clean my glasses and then we'll start. Okay. Ooh. Kidoki. Right. Checking notes. So, we're supposed to head back to Picard Bay because a ship has just returned, presumably a ship with our father on it. So, okay. Apparently, my thing's not working. Let's try again. Why is it not working? Should be working. That would be why. Okay. Sorry, I didn't expect to have this issue going in. My controller is completely bugging out for some reason. Whoops. Well, isn't that just how these things always go? Okay, I'll try one more thing. Then I'm gonna have to go wired. My wireless controller seems to be refusing to work. There we go. Now we can get in. Okay. 5 minutes just to get that figured out. Sorry about that. That was far from ideal. Okay. Okay, so we are in Pilcard Bay. We just gotta find our father. Okay. Yeah, my controller's still bugging out. Sorry. The majority of this stream is going to be my thing bugging out and me apologizing. Okay. I think we're good now. Right, so our father... Well, if it ain't Asta, your father's already head back home, lad. And quite right, too, he's earned himself a rest. We caught more fish than we knew what to do with out there. But it wasn't just fish, now that I think about it. We got another strange thing caught up in our nets. Your dad took it home with him, as far as I know. Okay, let's go home and see what he's up to. Father! Oh no, I live... Where do I live again? I already forget where I live. Somewhere over here? I think this is our house. Yeah, because that's my hat strung up there. God, my dad's buff. Wait, who's in our bed? Okay. Welcome back, my lad. Or maybe it's you that should be welcoming me. I could tell from the tides that this was going to be a good year, but I never imagined it would go so well. I haven't had a haul like that for years, not since the year you were born, in fact. Actually, now that I think about it, that year was the best of them all. Even this year's harvest didn't come close. I remember coming home all set to boast about how many pilchards we netted, but then I found you waiting for me. You really stole my thunder. You didn't hang about, did you? Couldn't wait to get out into the world. I said hello, and you started bawling, and then I... Sorry, son. I'm getting a bit choked up. Let's talk about fish, shall we? We caught a lot of fish, a boatload and more, and tonight we're going to sleep like a log. This is the life, I tell you, back in the bosom of a family that's had a hard day's fishing. What's that, my lad? You after something? A nice strong glass of anchovy cordials, maybe? Eh? Do we find any strings while we're out at sea? Well, now that you come to mention it, yes, we did, in fact. A strange little object that got tangled up in our nets. Where is it now? Aha! Here we go. It's an old piece of a stone tablet or something. I was thinking I should let someone up at the castle take a look at it. Tell you what, I'm as good as asleep on my feet. Why don't you go take care of it for me? You can show it to your pal, the prince, if you like. Here you go. Don't drop it now. Hey, that's another shard for our thingy collection. Another Yellowstone fragment. I missed your cooking, Pearl, my girl. You've done it again. This sardine stew is a real winner. Real winner, sardine? Okay, what's this? Pike. More drink. I don't want to see the bottom of the glass. Huh. Oh. Well, if it isn't Asta in his own home too for once, whatever next? I know you helped yourself to my prized possession. Don't give me that innocent look. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Yes. Well, I'm gonna need it. That's right, alright with you. Pike unceremoniously yanks the sizzling stone out of Oster's hands. What a jerk. I just remembered that Pike is our uncle. Ah, Oster, you're back. But I'm afraid you've just missed lunch, dear. Uncle Pike paid us an unexpected visit, and I'm afraid he ate all the sardines I'd set aside for you. When he turned up on the doorstep with a bottle of something fancy, I even thought he might have brought us a present, but he drank it all himself, of course. Really, there's no hope for that man. Indeed. Well, I guess we could either go straight to deliver this shard, or we could first go to the prince. I think we should go to the prince. I know we gotta go one way then the other, but he'd want us to go get him. The prince would be pretty upset with us if we went without him. I would think. Now we kind of know where his room is, but my memory of how this castle is laid out is not great. Oh, there's an inn here. I didn't even know. Well, what good's an inn? Like, is there danger? No. I think we actually have to go up and over. Yes, this is his room, and there he is in it. Hey, Asta, any interesting developments? Yes. Hang on a minute. What's that you got there? That's a bit of stone tablet, isn't it? Hey, are you serious? You got caught in the net when they were out fishing? Ridiculous. What are the chances of that? Do you know what this thing is? Do you know what this is? It's destiny at work. Come on, Asta, let's go find the old floaty face over at the shrine. Alright, well, off to the shrine again with us, I suppose. We're at it. So, we've already played 2 hours. We're 2 hours into the game, and we have not had a single combat encounter yet. Let's see if that at all is going to change. It's also occurring to me, I had earlier said that there was an inn in the castle there. That was an item shop. Blatantly mislabeled it. I don't know how that happened, but... So sorry to anyone who was yelling at their screen, like, what are you talking about? That is clearly not an inn. Well, you would be right in saying so. I don't know why it's occurring to me now because I saw the inn symbol on the map there, and it was like, oh, that's right. That's yeah, that's right. That's the thing. Oh. Aha! Caught you! I knew you'd been sniffing around out here. Did you really think you could keep it a secret? Uh-oh. Mirabelle. You're a really horrible person. Did you know that, Asta? You've been doing all this fun stuff and you didn't even say a word to me about it. You owe me. You owe me big time. So I'm joining you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Got that? Sure. Good. I should think so. Now, what are we hanging about for? Let's get going. I'm having fun already. Just have to lump it, I suppose. She'll only tell on us otherwise. Alright, let's get going. Don't be mean. She just wants to hang out. Oh. Oh yeah, Floaty's in here. I was like, where's old Floaty face?
Welcome to the assembly room, where all the world's territories are represented and administered, and what can I do for you today?
Okay, so let's select pillars. We want yellow. Okay, let's see if we can finish this one. I would say so. What's that? Why is it so bright? Yeah! Whoa! Okay, What? Ow, 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 ow. Blimey, what just happened? He's like, oh, they did. Are you two okay? Of course I'm not okay. I want an explanation of what just happened, and I want it now. Well, all I know is that 1 minute we were in the shrine, and the next, well, we were here. Where is here, anyways? I don't recognize it. Is it even on the island? What are you talking about? Of course it's on the island. Where else would it be, you big dummy? What I want to know is why the sky's so dark and gloomy. It's really not helping the mood. Gah, whatever this place is, I hate it already. In fact, I've had enough. I'm going home. Thanks for the amazing adventure. Let's never do it again. Well, I suppose we should get going too. We can't hang around here all day. Come on, Asta. It's just water here. Okay, what's this way? Eee! Uh-oh, that sounded an awful lot like Mirabelle. I suppose we better go see what's up. Come on, Asta. Ah! Uh-oh. Well, what are those things? Some slimes appear. Okay, so I have... Oh, okay, so they've broken the spells up. Ooh, I like that. Oh, I really like that. Can we have abilities? I don't have any abilities. I don't have anything there. Okay, we have flee, defend. Okay, so we'll do attack. I have to go through everything here and just see. So I guess we'll just attack. Does she have spells? I guess probably no one's going to have any spells or abilities, eh? Yeah. Why would we? We're just kids on a peaceful island. Oh, okay, that's cool that you get to see the weapon they're holding. That's new. It's weird that it keeps transitioning into that, like, tight camera angle to look at the enemies. Like, I'm fine with this camera angle. I don't know. I would be okay with this camera angle the whole time. So wait, they're all fleeing? Hey, we got that one. 2 experience. Okay. I don't like this one bit. Where exactly are we? And why is it full of monsters? Monsters? You call those monsters? Well, if they weren't monsters, what were they? If they look like monsters and smell like monsters, they're monsters. Well, anyways, one thing that I know is that this is all you two's fault. I didn't want to come to any stupid forest, but you made me. And it's time you took responsibility for your actions, Asta. You need to make sure I get home safely. Monsters, eh? Did you hear that, Asta? Real live monsters. We're on a proper adventure at last. Is it just me, or is this kind of exciting? Yes, it is just you. You're such an idiot. Trust you to be happy about this. Listen, I'm not saying staying here a moment longer. Take me home now. Yikes. I'm kind of curious if there's anything around here. No. Okay. Had to check. Couldn't be too safe. Wait a minute. We just came from there. Okay. Oh, whoa, hey, who's that? Then what are yourselves doing here? Sorry, we weren't sneaking up on you or anything. You got nothing to fear from us. I'm Kiefer, Prince of Astard. Astard, you say? Could this mean? Well, anyway, this is Asta, and this is Mirabelle. They're with me. Can you ask Miss What's-Her-Name why it's so dark and gloomy here? Ah, right. You'll be wanting to know me name, I suppose. Well, I'm Maeve. Hello, Maeve. Can I ask you why you're bothering to weed such a scrawny old patch of grass? Weeding? Sure, I wasn't weeding. I was putting some nice plants on them graves over there, like. Plants? You mean those handfuls of grass? Why would anyone put grass on a grave? In case you've not noticed, there's not a lot in the way of flowers around here. That's why I've got to make do with what little lot like. Wait, I've got some flowers. Well, some seeds at least. Seeds, you say? Yes, I got them from the woods near Stad. I was going to plant them around my house. I hate to be a bother, but I'd be grateful if ye could see your way to letting me have a handful. Oh, no, I don't mind at all. In fact, have the lot. Snap. Sure, that's grand altogether. I'll plant these around the grave, so I will. She's really decked out in equipment. Look at her go. She's got wicked hair, too. Maybe now the souls of the departed can rest a wee bit easier. The departed? Gosh. Now, where are yourselves heading to, if you don't mind me asking? That's a good question. I suppose we're heading home. Yous want to go home, do you? Well, I wouldn't start from here, so I wouldn't. Your best bet for now is to get out of this forest. You'll find a little village up the way where you can rest up. By way of thanks for them seeds, I'll come along with you. Maeve joins the party. Alright. Not sure what's going on. We seem to have been teleported to speak to the lore we know so far, assumingly to another part of the island, but the implication seems to be we're not on the island. Well, let's be off then, shall we? To get to the village, we'll need to head out the forest and go east. We'll head out of the forest and go east. Oh. Okay, so I think this system for enemies in the open world, I believe this system comes from, let's just have everyone, you know what, let's just use them. I believe this system comes from Dragon Quest IX originally. I could be wrong on that. Oh boy. Embarrassing. Oh! She is so strong! She's putting us to shame! Holy! Look at her go! Whew. But yeah, this kind of world, we won't really be getting open world encounters. We have to walk into the enemies. There's a lot of them here. We're going to be spamming out attacks, basically, for the next little while. And it's mostly just going to be waiting for Maeve to clean... Oh, we got one. Never mind, we got one. Oh, they're really pounding on Maribel, though. Oh, Maeve, you are so strong. Oh, we're not too bad. Hey, that's level up noises. Off to level 2. Key for level 2. Maribel Maribel to level 2. So the village is right there. But we can kind of explore around a bit. Maybe we'll hit a few of these encounters, get a few of these early levels. See if we can maybe get a heal spell. That's always handy. Especially while we have all this beautiful, beautiful help from Maeve. Okay, there's another one here. Seems it feels almost like you can get new encounters a little bit quicker this way. I'm liking this so far. I'm actually kind of liking this more than the wandering. Like, filling the open world with enemies feels really cool. Hello, Ace. Welcome in. You haven't missed too much, because the first, like, 5 or 6 minutes of the stream was technical difficulty time. But we are now in an open world with monsters. And the monsters in this game are actually in, like, the open world. You can see them, and you get into fights by either them seeing you and coming over, or you going over to them, which is kind of cool. And we teamed up with someone named Maeve, and she is strong. Like, we keep missing all our attacks or dealing, like, 2 damage. And then she comes in and smacks the heck out of these. Look at her. Lightning strike, 46 damage. I think the max we've seen was a 15, and that was a crit. She told us how to get to a village, but we're just trying to get these early levels. Okay, there's the heal spell. We were waiting for that. Ooh, Mirabelle didn't get the level. So we're just sort of walking around the long way. I guess there's a tower here we're probably going to get sent to later. Actually, we're jumping ahead. I suppose I got to do my 2 face drawings today. Yeah, you do. I still got to do my 1. I'm, like, still over the moon about how good the drawing I did 2 days ago was. Like, obviously I had some help from Calypso, but, like, boom. Wait, can you see? Oh, there we go. I'm so proud of that. I'm never gonna get over how good I feel about that. I'm gonna use the washroom first and draw while I watch. Sounds good. Sounds good indeed. Enemy are defeated. Okay, yeah, we gotta go. Head back around. Ooh, there's gonna be a lot of encounters on the way back around now. There with Maribel's level. There she is. She's lacking a little behind. Oh, she learned Frizz. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Because now I think also, if we wanted to avoid encounters, we could try... Oh, we actually got away. Okay. Let's go into the village here. We got a few spells. I'm happy about that. Level 3 for everyone is a pretty good point to hop in. Okay. Wait a second, Osta. Where'd Maeve go? I can't see her anywhere. You're right, she's gone. Maybe she rushed off home? I'm guessing she lives here, right? Not even saying goodbye. Some people have no manners. What kind of village has she led us to anyway? It looks a little run down. A little? That's the understatement of the century. Ooh, yeah, it is quite run down. Well, who cares? It's not like we're going to be staying here long. Let's see if anyone can tell us the way home, shall we? Would you look at the state of me old beautiful vegetable patch? Sure, what's the world come to? I mean, look at the size of that hole dug right out in the middle there. He's right, there's a big hole. Who would do something like that? Who do you think did it? Sure, it was none other than me own self. I know it's for me wife and daughter, but it breaks me heart, so it does. empty patch here. Old man?
Sure, there was once a time that this was a peaceful town in the back-o beyond. Then one day, wouldn't you just know it, them horrible monsters came and stole all our womenfolk away. The fiends gave us men an awful ultimatum, so they did. They said if we wanted to see our wives and daughters alive again, we would tear the village to pieces. I know I shouldn't have given to despair, but I fear our girls are long gone from this world. Ah, there's no hope for this place now. If I were yous, I'd go back to wherever you came from and pray for us all.
So all the women folk are taken. What's that? You're asking me what I'm doing. Do you not have eyes in your head? I'm smashing up my own home. Sure, you're only after asking me what I'm doing, and now you're asking me why I'm doing it. You're an awful one for the questions. I'm doing it for me lovely wife, ain't I? Why else would a man be tearing his own four walls down? Yikes. So the monsters came in and basically said, destroy everything, or we will kill all your wives and children.
So you'll be travelers, will you? Well, welcome to Ballymollow. It's named after our greatest hero, don't you know? And now we couldn't do with some heroics. I tell you, this place of glory days are behind it. So they something.
Sure what's the point in doing anything? No good'll come from it. We're doomed. Doomed, I tell ye. It's desperate, so it is. I built this house with my own two hands, and now I'm tearing it down, plank by plank. It's as much as I can do to keep from weeping. There's an awful lot we can learn from trees, wouldn't you agree? You keep chopping bits off 'em, and you can burn 'em, but they never complain. They just keep on growing. They're tremendous, so they are.
Okay, this guy over here. Ooh, this guy looks like a martial artist. Hey, what's the story like? Where do you think you're going? You wouldn't be planning on heading up to the top of the village, would ye? Yes. Well, you're wasting your time. There's nothing to see up there on me life. Okay. Why being so suspicious? Talking about his house still being built? Who's there? Sure, you're humans. Well, then you can come in if you like. Sorry I wasn't more welcoming, but you took me by surprise. I thought the monsters had finally found us. I'm Patrick, and you'll be travellers, will ye? Well, tell me this and tell me no more. Did you meet a woman called Maeve at all? Yes. You did? Sure, that's grand. Maeve protected our village from the monsters, you see, and no one's seen her this last while, like. Me dad's injured and now Maeve's gone. Sure, things could be worse. Things couldn't be any worse. Are you right, da? Were your wounds given your grief? Sorry about that, I had to check on me da. He's this village's brave warrior. He went off to fight the monsters and save our women, but he came back in this shape. According to your man, the doctor, we'll be needing a yoke called a green gem to make him right again. But the mine where you'd get them's a full of monsters now. It's southeast of here, so it is. Okay, take a note. Wait, where is southeast? Okay.
I was hoping I'd see Maeve so I could ask her to go and grab us one. Can I ask ye a favor, like, if you run into her in your travels, will you tell her we need of her? I'd love to go off in a search for her myself, but I've got to look after me da, you know. Hey, Asta, I'm thinking we should just go and get this green gem ourselves. What do you say? Yes. Nice one, I knew you'd be up for it. Hold on a second, why are you so keen to help them? Well, for starters, there's no point in looking for Maeve. She's disappeared. You said so yourself. So why don't we just cut out the middleman? I know we have to get home, but we might as well make ourselves useful over here. I suppose you're right, but I can't help getting nervous when you start taking things seriously. All right then, let's go and look for that gem. I won't exactly have as much fun hanging around here on my own, I suppose. Great, let's get to work.
I return. Welcome back.
Did I hear you right? Are you thinking of helping us find one of them green gems?
Yep, that's right. Just point us in the right direction. It was the mine southwest of here, right?
That's the one. Thanks a million. If I see Maeve, I'll tell her you're helping us out.
All right, but I hope you don't need this pot. Now draw. Okay, so we do have a mission right now to go get the gem. He just punches the pot? Absolutely, yes he does. Let's go check out the middle bit here.
Come here to tell me about Molly, our humble little village's hero. Are you ready to hear me yarn?
Yes.
Now, it so happened that 20 years ago a mob of monsters overran the village. We men all vowed we'd stand together and fight that shower of savages to the death. We decided to take the fight to the monster's lair, but this one brave lad volunteered to go on ahead. I'll lead the charge, he says. We're behind ye all the way, says we. But did we go after him? Indeed we did not. We just couldn't summon the courage. Meanwhile, the brave young fella barreled on regardless, blissfully unaware that not a one of us was behind him. He fell in battle, of course, but not before he battered a whole battalion of them beasties. His name, as you may have guessed, was Malloy. And a finer young fella we never did breed. So, to show our gratitude to the poor lad we let down so badly, we decided to make a gesture. Something big, you know. And that's how the name of the village came to be changed to Ballymolloy.
So it's Ballymolloy.
Quite a tale, eh?
You talking about tails? Look at this guy. Meow. So this is the inn. Okay. Do you have any barrels or pots in your inn? Because they won't live to see morning. Well, actually, there's a back door. Let's get the back door and some robberies. And oh, I see pots on the roof. Oh, what was that? Set of plain clothes. So what can we do with that? Is that good for anyone? Is this good for anyone? It's downgrade. And how about plain clothes? So for me, it's a downgrade. Downgrade. Equipped. Okay, so that's also no good. But we can also sell a bunch of this stuff, so it's not really the end of the world. Monkey man mode. Nothing.
Where's that yourselves are from? A starge, you say? I've never heard tell of it myself. Or have I? It may be ringing some kind of bell, but it's hard to be sure.
I don't know.
Couldn't tell ya.
Here comes the yawns. Okay, let's sleep at the inn. and then let's get going and try out this mine.
I'm sure that he'll come when I have a tear to tear this place apart too. If that's what it takes to get my darling wife back, I'll do it, but for the time being, it's business as usual. 9 gold per night? Do we look like we're made of money, good lad?
Okay. So we're all rested up. I didn't see that this place had a shop. Oh no, it does have shops. How do I get to them? Here's one of the shops, I think. Can't tell from the outside, but I'd say it's probably the shop. Bang!
Was that you say you're after meeting young Patrick? In that case, what'll be the harm in telling you? This isn't me house at all. It belongs to your man Hanlon. We swapped him so monsters wouldn't find him. Don't tell anyone I told you, will you now? Anyways, back to my day job.
Alright, so what do you have for weapons and armor? A pointy hat. Well, that would work perfectly for us. So that's good. That's 70 gold, leather shield, copper sword. Can't afford that. We can get an oaken club. That's Oster. Bamboo spear we already have. Well, we can get one. We can get like the oaken club. And maybe give it to me? No, I'll give it to Kiefer. I can focus on healing. Kiefer can be our damage dealer. Pointy hat equals weapon? No, pointy hat, that's defense. That's armor. That's armor. It could be a weapon, I guess. But not in the context of this game. Copper sword, too. What I wouldn't give for that. Alright, let's get one of these oaken clubs. Oh, actually, wait. Before I do that, let me sell. Because I can sell some junk. Because if I look here, I got these rags and plain clothes. Stab him in the eye, yep. With your, well, I was going to say face, but I guess with your top of head. Look, sorry, I'm going to sell. And I can sell a cypress stick. It's not enough. Thought it might be, but nope. Have you ever played any of the Dragon Quest games before? Greg's Retro Channel, I have. I've been playing all of them in order. I'm playing each of them for the first time in order. So this is just, we just started 7 a couple days ago, and this is our second stream doing it. So, yes. Yes, we have played some of them before. We've played the first 6. We're just doing 7 now. Cool. Oh, wait, I missed 4 and 5. Crap. Yeah. I don't have 4 up, but I do have my full playthrough of 5 on my YouTube channel, so you could check it out there if you did want to go back and watch it. I guess that's a shameless plug, but it does exist somewhere. 5 was a ride. 5 was crazy. I'll check that out, thanks. Yeah, for sure. I have been playing, for most of the games, I've been playing more recent updated versions of them. I haven't been playing the original versions. I do plan to eventually play original versions, but for now I'm just going for a bit more on accessibility. Okay, so we want to take a look at the mine. No guarantee we'll actually be able to defeat it at this level, but... So now... I have heal, no offensive. So let's attack, and she has frizz, but she also only has 8 magic, so let's hold off on that for the time being. Especially because these are just slimes. I think we'll still fight a few more things here. Try to make a little bit more money. Doesn't really hurt. Because we should be able to get through most of these encounters reasonably. And the guy's only dying, so we can take our time. Six. A slime. I actually really like seeing the enemies in the open world. It's also really cool seeing these 3D animations. This looks significantly... Well, I don't know if I'd necessarily say better now that I think about it, than 6. Because, like, this looks... I don't know, it seems like this is a very cartoony 3D game versus 6, which felt like a very high-end 2D game, you know? But like seems really cool to see the slime in this 3D medium. The combat's also actually, it's quicker than I was expecting. It actually feels pretty fast. Pretty happy with that. The gold is flowing in very slowly. But if we can somehow get our hands on a copper sword, that'd be great. Alright, well, let's head to the mine, because surely we're going to run into some encounters on the way. I was more of a fan of the 2D animated sprites, like in 5. Yeah, well, 6 also had the 2D animated sprites. They were just, like, much higher quality, like... But, yeah, I think the novelty of this being 3D wore off for me now. And now it just is a very low poly 3D thing, I think. Don't blame you there. For most games, the remakes are better than the originals, except Dragon Quest V, in my opinion. Not really a fan of the DS version of 5, but sadly the SNES Super Famicom original was never released here in North America, so only way to play it was on the SNES emulator. Or I guess the DS sprite. Yeah, Greg, I didn't know that until actually very recently that the DS version of 5 and 6 are the only West released versions of those games. I did not get the SNES version. There was no SNES version like translated. Because like I said, I actually had plans, once I've played every game once, I want to actually go back through them and play all their original forms. So I'm going to have to look into potentially finding like an emulated version of the SNES with like either a fan translation or the official translation applied to it, or I don't know what there's going to be for that, but I'll have to look into it. But because I do want to experience the games how they were originally played, because the stories they told with the technology they had back then is quite impressive in my opinion. I will say though, I really like that we can see their weapons in hand while they fight. That's pretty cool. I think that's really cool. I think we need to get some better weapons for some of these guys, because we're really faltering here, but... Especially poor Maribel. Oh, and she learns sap. Ooh, sap early. I didn't know we could get sap this early. I know I'm, like, purposefully hitting, like, every encounter on the way, but I really want to, like, get as much early leveling and early money as possible, because we have nothing right now. We have virtually no equipment and virtually no, weapons or armor, and just not ideal. So the more money we can make, the better. So encounters like this suck. Single slime? And it flees. Thanks for taking up my time there, game. Alright. But we also are at the point now already, it seems, where we're kind of trousing through these encounters. Not much threat to us. I mean, everyone's a little damaged, but... Whew. Kiefer's already prancing through some of these hits. Look at this, man. Whew. 10 gold. 109. Agreed, especially from Dragon Quest III on up. The story was quite good for NES and SNES era games. Where so many games where the basic bad guy taking over, go stop him. Yeah, it, I mean, I guess Dragon Quest III is not a good example because there was Orb Collection, but if you look at the, most of the Final Fantasy games, they were every single one of them, go fetch the 4 elemental orbs or crystals. Every single one of them was the exact same story. At least with Dragon Quest, they kept them pretty fresh, and I haven't found any of the stories yet to have turned me off or anything. I've been really interested in all of them. The one exception, I was a little iffy on the storytelling in 4. I didn't entirely like the way they broke it up into chapters, just because for me I like following the hero, and for most of that game it felt like you didn't. But then at the same time, it was really cool to experience the characters one at a time and then get to re-meet them and everyone teams up in the end. And that game did have a really good story overall, and actually one of them, that was a very tragic villain in that game. I really did like Sorrow the Manslayer.
Huh? Janie Mac, we've got company. What the blazes do you think you're doing in the shower? If you're thinking of visiting the mines, I'd cancel your holiday plans. Sure, it's bustling in the seams with monsters.
Oh, that's alright, man. Don't worry about it. We'll be fine. Be fine. I just hope we don't die because we'll lose half our money. And we have 109 gold. Let's see what it's like. We'll take a little chance. We'll go in here and see what's going on. Oh, Greg, thanks for following. You know what? Let's let her get a frizz out. Let's try it. Woohoo! I am going to enjoy watching the characters cast the spells in this. I'm very much going to enjoy that. Alright, everyone, let's melee the rest of them down. Shoot. Should have spread that damage a little bit better. So far, seems like we're taking less damage. Doesn't seem like death is a big fear right now, but time to kill is a bit slow. Whoa! Nice hit, Maribel. Getting that club for Kiefer, I think, was a good idea. Okay, I see the stairs there. Also, having a mini-map for these dungeons is huge. Oh, it's Maeve again. We're still here.
Well, well, we meet again. What are yourselves doing in a place like this?
We could ask you the same question.
I thought I heard some monsters moving about inside, so I thought I'd investigate, like.
Oh, before I forget. Prince Kiefer tells Merville about Patrick's request.
Is that right? So the little fella is after a green gem to save his da.
We'd be grateful if you could help us out.
Well, rainbow rocks come in a whole rack of colors. If I find a green one, I'm sure you can break off a chunk for little Paddy. The thing is, I'm not so sure there's any green ones left down there. Well, now I've got to be going, like. Best of luck.
Maeve?
You're just demanding us. Hold on, you mean you're not going to come with us? Listen, I know this might sound a little heartless, but I can't be going out of me way for the sake of one little boy and his da. I've got things to do, like.
Aw, Maeve, respect lost.
Oh, she's a cold fish, all right.
True, the battle animations were a nice touch, especially since older games didn't have that. I don't even think the PS1 original of this game did either. I also like the 3D version. The 3D version of Dragon Open where enemies are visible right away, so you can prepare for battle or try to run away from them, where older RPGs are random battles. Yeah, I was mentioning that earlier. I don't remember, was that mechanic originally introduced in Dragon Quest 8 or 9? I feel like it was originally introduced in 9, but I could be wrong. It could be 8 that had it first. But I really appreciate that because it feels like it's much faster to get new encounters, and I can predetermine, like you mentioned, what I want to fight and what I want to run from. Well, there's no point in running after her. We're just going to have to handle this gem hunt ourselves. That's right, Kiefer. And what was this she was reading? Rainbow rocks are extremely fragile. Handle with care. I think 9. Never played the PS2 version of 8. And that's the thing. I'm wondering, I know this game is probably going to take me about 100 hours to beat, but I'm wondering after this game if I should play the PS2 version of 8 or if I should play the 3DS version of 8. I don't like, though, that in 3D their lips are even bigger. I was scared of their lips in 2D. So you can see how see, look at that tongue-licking animation. It's too close. It's too close. There's more stairs over there. Maybe we should have gone down those original stairs. I vote PS2. I'm kind of thinking PS2. 2 damage, 6 damage, 8 damage. I think we got a whole bunch of healing herbs and stuff. Me, I'd play the 3DS, but some fans prefer PS2, so it depends on who you ask. Yeah, and that's a consensus I've kind of received. Everyone I ask, it's a 50-50. I mean, out of the 2 people in chat right now, 1 person voted PS2 and the other said 3DS. That's how split this decision is. I think I might go PS2 just because if I play the PS2 version of Dragon Quest VIII, that will be the first Dragon Quest game I play in its original release form, which is something I really appreciate and would want to try. All right, some barrels over here. Oh, 40 gold. Nothing. Okay, let's battle this guy. I see we're already at a point, too, where the enemies aren't necessarily targeting us. Like, I think we're getting a bit stronger now at level 4 and 5. That works to try the original version. Yeah. Yeah, I want to, because, and I kind of regret this, but the first, like, Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3, I played all of those on the Switch remakes. And I think that was maybe a poor decision. While incredibly accessible, I feel like they kind of lost a bit of the charm. I didn't like the sprites they had for that. Like, every character's skin was like Simpsons yellow. And like, it just wasn't, I don't know, wasn't as nice. I wish I'd played like either the Game Boy version or even gone back and played the NES version. Like, I played the I downloaded and tried the NES version of Dragon Quest 1, or I guess it would be called Dragon Warrior. And it's like so inaccessible, like so many minor inconveniences. Like, I have to enter the menu to use the stairs. I have to enter the menu to open a door. It's like that sort of stuff is like, what? But then at the same time, it has so much charm. You know, it's like, this is what people were playing back at, oh, it's dead end. I should have known. Like, this is what people were playing back in 1980. When did that game came out? 80 something. 83 sounds too early. 88 sounds too late. When did the first Dragon Warrior or Dragon Quest come out? I guess Dragon Warrior would have been a little while later. But when did the first Dragon Quest come out? 89 in USA. Okay, so yeah, then it was probably like 87 or 88 in Japan. And that was my intro into RPGs. Oh, okay. That's I mean, that's a pretty good intro. Grandfather of JRPGs. Pretty strong introduction to the series. And like, I think it'd be cool, like it would have been really cool to have been there and experienced these games as they've happened and really truly experience them as they've evolved. Because part of playing them in order, part of my goal was to watch the evolution of these games, and while I've been able to experience it, it's definitely not the same as playing these games back when they originally came out. I can only imagine what it would have been like at the time. Mirabel's getting a bit low on me, so I want to heal her up. Everyone else I think was fine for now. Okay. Oh, having a mini-map for dungeons is so nice. So nice. So I'm much less likely to get lost. I am going to be hitting like every encounter I can hit though, because I really want to get this early XP and leveling. I'm surprised Oz is falling behind so much in levels so early. Kind of interesting. I'm sitting here and I'm kind of thinking like all the characters in this game are incredibly vocal, and I'm actually finding the hero in this game, it's almost a bit awkward how silent he is in the context of the animations and the conversations. It almost makes him feel opinionless and passive. And I know it's supposed to be me projecting myself into the character, but just because everyone is so active in the conversations in this game. But then it gets me thinking too, like, I enjoyed the heck out of the Dragon Quest V story, and that character didn't say a word. The NES originals of 1 and 3 were good. Never cared for the NES Dragon Quest X Warrior 2. Played it when it first came out in America in '90. Hated it. The Switch version of 2 improved so much of the game. What were some of the major like notable improvements from the NES to the Switch? Because I've kind of heard mixed things about 2, so I'm interested what like in your opinion really improved between the NES original and the Switch. There's level 5. Dead end, but another encounter. Ooh, this is a big one. Alright, everyone. Get pounding. Mirabelle's really quick in combat. Shame she's not the healer. The party members seem more useful in the Switch version. Maybe I was just playing poorly, but the second and third characters in my party kept dying like every other battle. So I have heard third. Yeah, I figured you meant third and not 34th. 34th wouldn't even be a word, now I'm saying it out loud. I found that the Prince of... Is it Prince of Cannock? He was like a really weird, like, he was a jack of all trades, master of none, folded immediately in combat. Like, he had a little bit of attack, a little bit of healing, but it wasn't great at anything. Whereas the princess, such powerful spells. And then, of course, the hero was melee only, no magic, so... I don't know, I remember having mixed feelings about 2. It's a funny thing, like... I remember loving 1, loving 3, loving 5. I actually really love 6. A lot of people seem to not like it as much or feel it's like average compared to the others, but I really liked it. Oh, I can push these. Okay, that's interesting. But I really liked it. 4 I was a bit medium on, but I've actually warmed up to it, but again, it could just be me. Maybe I should give the original Dragon Quest II another try. I mean, I don't think there's ever a wrong time to try out a Dragon Quest. Oh, okay, we got blue here. Some more reds and some yellows. We're starting to get into puzzle territory. Okay, so if they touch, they shatter. Interesting. And we just blocked ourselves in, so... Well, I do plan myself on eventually playing the original Dragon Warrior 2, so I'm interested in seeing how it goes. I missed an entire sequence when I played Dragon Quest II on the Switch. I actually thought they cut it when I heard about it, but I think I just missed it. There's apparently an entire sequence where where the Prince of Connaught gets sick, and you have to leave him to go find a cure. And I learned about it because I had heard people talking about how you can complete the game without him, and if you do, there's an alternate ending where he runs into the castle all mad that you left him behind. And I thought that was so cool, but then I realized in my playthrough, at no point did the Prince of Connaught get sick, and at no point did he leave the party. And apparently there's a very specific inn you need to rest at for that to happen, and I guess I just never did. And I found that crazy, that I missed an entire sequence. Okay, I wanted to use another medicinal herb on myself. Oh, you're in the crystal, my dear. I heard about that too, never seen it though. I don't know if it's something they just added to the remakes or if it was in the original. I think it was in the original. I think that you need to rest at a very specific inn. And if you don't rest at that inn, you'll never get the sequence. That was kind of what I had heard after I'd mentioned to someone that I never saw it. So I don't know. I'm gonna be very much looking out for it if I when I get to the NES version. Oh, wait. Oh, Kiefer's level 6. Okay. Does Kiefer ever get magic? I'm kind of noticing he has no spells. Maribel has... Oh, she got evac. Oh, that is huge. Thank you for having evac. There's quite a lot of crystals in here. Quite a lot of monsters, too. I'm actually quite pleased with the rate at which these early levels are coming. I guess all games level you really quickly in the beginning. A lot of games, or not a lot of games, but it felt like leveling up early in the very first Dragon Quest, the early levels, like you basically need to grind level 3 before you even think about leaving the starting town. I didn't, oh yeah, that was the slowest starting game. Oh, interesting. Okay, so you need to have color matchup. Okay. So I've kind of goofed this. Can I hit them? How do I get around this? We have to leave and come back. Now that you mentioned it, I'll look out for that too whenever I play the game again, which might not be for a while though. Got so many other games I want to finish. Trials of Mana, Witcher 3, Metroid Dread, Axiom Verge. Yeah, this is really the day and age of games. Like, my backlogs are infinitely long. I've pretty much given up on them. I just sort of play whatever I'm feeling when I'm feeling it. Like, I mean, obviously right now my big goal is to get through all the Dragon Quest games, especially because one of my big goals was to play Dragon Quest XI. Like, seeing what that game was made me want to get into the series. But then I heard people say that it's a better experience if you first play Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3. And then I thought, well, at this point, I might as well just play all of them. And that's what I've been doing. I have played all of Metroid Dread. I loved that game. It was my first Metroid game. I love that game so much. I 100%ed it. And then after I unlocked hard mode, I 100%ed it again. Because it was just that much fun. Oh, shoot, I just goofed it. How? Oh, I see. Okay, you gotta push the blue, then the red. Okay, sorry. So first things first is we need to push this blue one over. Then we need to come get the... No! Oh, that was close. Okay, then we gotta push the red one. Here we go. Axiom Verge, I own it. I haven't played it yet. Witcher 3, oh, wait. Oh, of course. Ah, man. I'm really goofing this. Agreed, Dread is awesome. Not quite as good as Super Metroid in my opinion, but close. So, that's an interesting thing. I've noticed everybody who played Super Metroid back in the day thinks it's better than Dread. If you... I keep accidentally walking into these things. Okay, wait. No, yeah, I goofed. Okay. This is really hard. I need to pay more attention, but everyone who's played Super Metroid back in the day has liked it a little bit more than Dread. Dread was my first Metroid game, and it is very accessible and very modern compared to older, oh, how do you deal with that? Compared to the older, ones. Like, I actually tried to play Metroid Super. What am I not seeing here? Oh, okay, I see it now, I think. Okay, there it is, okay. Super Metroid wasn't very forgiving with controls. Yeah, I think that was my problem, was that, like, Dread is very modern. It had a really tight control scheme, whereas Super Metroid was a very different game. Dread has a lot more quality life additions than the older games don't have. Yeah, and this is more a statement on how much free time I have, but I like that Dread was fairly linear and did a pretty good job of telling you where to go and what to do. Because like we just said, backlogs are huge. Wall kicking in Super Metroid felt impossible. But it's like you said, like with the backlogs being so long, it feels like I don't have time to wander around looking for how to do certain things in a game. Like, I just want to beat the game and then get on to the next part or the next game. And I know that for some games, you know, exploration and everything is part of the experience. But again, like, my backlog's so long, I just want to get to the next game half the time. You playing Bejeweled right now? It really feels like I'm playing Bejeweled right now. The worst part is I keep messing it up and having to restart. Oh, Maribel, we need to get you a better weapon, my dear. I feel so bad because, like, yeah, you could use magic, but I need to save at least 3 magic points for evac. Agreed, I've played Super Metroid dozens of times since '94, but still can't wall jump that well. One thing, and I'm interested actually, Gray, what you think. I really liked the Emmy sections in Metroid Dread. I thought it was a really, it almost felt like a different game for a moment, but it was a good break in the pace. You know, you have your normal Metroid gameplay, and then you've got your Emmy gameplay, and it was very intense. Like, that was the dread of the game for me. But I know not everyone was huge on the Emmys. How did you feel on them? I liked them, but I felt like they overdid it on them a little too much. They were tough. Equally though, it felt so rewarding whenever you were able to land one of those parries on them, or deflect, block, whatever you want to call it, because you get like 2 opportunities per Emmy, and it's a very tight window of opportunity, but if you can nail it, whew, feels good. I also kind of like the progression of them. It's to the point where, like, the first few Emmys actually feel pretty easy once you've completed the game and you've experienced some of the end game ones. Agreed, yeah. The other thing that I really liked about Dread were the boss fights. They were really fun. The only exception, I got a little bit tired of the Chozo Warriors because they kept coming up a lot. They were almost like mini bosses, but they were showing up constantly. But aside from them, like, all the other bosses were so cool, and there's all those, like, little opportunities to sneak in and do extra damage and extra parries, and I don't know. I honestly, Dread was a really good game. And they just dropped new releases for it. They added in 2 new modes, like an easy mode and a Dread mode. One was just, like, more forgiving, like, you heal, you get more health from the orbs, and you take less damage, and then they added in Dread mode, which is just one shot, you die, always. And I haven't been brave enough to go back and try Dread mode. I might, in my free time, give it a try, but for now, I'm too scared to try that, because I'm going to get hooked, and I'm going to want to beat it, and I'm going to end up dying a bunch, and oh boy. I can only imagine. Dread mode doesn't sound fun. I don't think it's supposed to be fun. I think it's supposed to be miserable. I think that's the point. Like Dark Souls or Elden Ring, it's like, you're supposed to be miserable. That's the point. Okay, some more Bejeweled going on in here. Oh yeah, the bosses were good. Kraid was so much tougher than any game he'd been in before, but I do agree that Chosen Warrior bosses were a little redundant by the end of the game. Yeah. The other thing that I had, that I kind of noted was Kraid was really tough on my first time through, but then after I'd seen some speedrunners playing, and I had, gone back in on my second playthrough, I actually found Kraid was pretty reasonable for the, and like, when you really know, like, how many opportunities you have to attack and how many opportunities you have to parry and block, there's so much to every boss. It's crazy. Yep, and I agree that one-hit death doesn't sound very fun to me, but oh well. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I want to try it just to see how it goes. It's probably not fun. You guys are probably absolutely right. I don't think it's something I would try to stream, but... There's also the Mad Lads who decided they wanted to beat the game 0%. That's crazy to me. Oh, you better stream it? Well, maybe we'll pick, like, a random Friday night and watch you suffer. Pick a random Friday night and we'll try to play through some of it. I gotta turn my focus back to the game for a second here, because I've been walking in circles around this room. I haven't figured out where the next set of stairs are yet. They must be under one of the blocks or something. I hope there's not like a big bad boss at the end of this dungeon, because then we're in trouble. Oh. Let that one walk into us. We're gonna have so much money by the end of this dungeon, we'll be laughing. In fact, I'm almost half tempted to teleport out to get better gear. But I'm gonna keep pushing through for now. Okay, yeah, there's nothing here. The next stairs must be down there somewhere. Ah! Alright, we're getting these tongue guys. What are they? Tongue Fu Fighter. If there's one thing you can always trust Dragon Quest to do, it's to deliver the best/worst puns of all time. Like, seriously, the worst pun, and by worst I mean the best pun, was Dr. Agon in Dragon Quest V. I think it was in a stream. You can see my face the moment I realized that Dr. Agon is dragon with a space in it. And it's like, oh my god, that was staring me in the face the whole time, and I didn't see it. Oh, slime. What are you doing here, slime? I'm gonna attack you. Well, I'll attack you, and she can attack you. That's a Toriyama special? Yeah, really. So many terrible puns. It's amazing. trying to get an idea here. Like, can I push this? So I can't push this. The only one I can seem to be able to push is... Can I push this? No. I can't push any. Oh, wait. Oh, we were looking for green. I totally blanked that we were looking for green. Oh my goodness. We did it. We found a green gem. The only problem is it's too bloomin' massive. How are we going to cart this outside? How, Yosta? Fool. Seems you made it this far. That's grand. Listen, I shouldn't have rushed off like I did. I was worried about yous all, so I decided to come back like. I'm sorry about leaving you in the lurch. It was a wrong on me. Now, young Patrick needed a green gem, am I right? Let me see what I can do. Oh yeah, Maeve is super... She's gonna pick this one. She's gonna pick it right up, isn't she? One-handed? Oh, okay, never mind. I thought she was gonna just pick it up with one hand and walk it out of here. A small chunk of green gem splinters off. Here you are. Bring this up to the wee feller. I love this. I love this snapping. when characters are handing over items, it just snaps from one hand to the other. Now, I'd better be going, so I had. I've a list of things to do as long as your arm. Mind how you go now. The place is still crawling with monsters. As long as my arm. I'm a child. It's not very long. Oh, she's back. Oh, I almost forgot. Here, Asta, I want you to have this. What's that? A wooden doll? That doll was a present from me big brother. He gave it to me when I was just a girl. I've always carried it with me as a good luck charm like, but I'm a child anymore. If you don't like it, you can throw it away, of course. I just wanted to go to a good home is all. Anyway, I better be off. See you, Maeve. She came through for us in the end. What a nice girl. Okay, well, let's give, actually, wait. Oh, whoops. We did it. Has to be item. Wooden doll. Is this an accessory, or can we equip it? No. Use? No. Huh? Maybe it'll come up later. Right, we want to go magic, Maribel, evac. Not an... Oh, it costs 4 MP and I cast a spell. Okay, well, let's get out of here. We're going to get a lot of money on the way out, so we'll get a lot of good gear. Oh, what's this? Wait, some characters are further forward and some are further back? That's new. That's very new. Does that mean anything for combat or no? Ooh. Ooh. Seems like not. I wonder if it's just a bug, like they're just misplaced by mistake. Oh, Maribel, I just noticed you are low on health. Let me get you some healing. There you go. Okay. Let's get out of here. I really should hit as much combat on the way, but then part of me wants to just bail out of here. So, Greg, I get the impression you have played most, if not all, of the Dragon Quest games. Which one would you say is your favorite? I'm curious. Oh, it's a lot easier to get out of here than it is to get in. 11, 8, and 5. I hear a lot of people say good things about 8, so I'm very excited that that's the game I get to after this. 11, that seems to be like everybody's default favorite one. So what's your 4th place? Because a lot of times when I ask people what their favorite Dragon Quests are, I don't count 11 because 11 seems to always make it in the list. So I guess what would be your 4th pick after 8 and 5? Ace, I can't help but feel like you just really liked it. Dragon Quest V. 4 and 3? Okay. So far for me, having played a small percentage of 7, I'd say my current list would be... See, I don't even know, because it's kind of from multiple perspectives. Like, from a story perspective, 5 wins out clearly and easily. But from a gameplay perspective, I actually really liked the gameplay in Dragon Quest VI. The dungeons were fun. The storytelling was actually really weak in that one, in my opinion. But the vocation system in that game was very fun. I had so much fun messing around with that vocation system. So I think 5 is my favorite, like, story-wise, and 6 is currently my favorite mechanically. But that could change. Giga Slash slapped. Oh, man, you should have seen my face the first time I used a Giga Slash. Actually, I think that was off stream. I don't think I got that reaction caught. But it was basically the Pikachu O-face. Like, I couldn't believe that spell when I used it. It was just crazy. Oh, Maribel has 4 magic now. We can evac. You know what? I'm going to take the long route and I'm going to walk out just so we can get the few encounters along the way. Although I guess now that I'm thinking about it, like I'm praising 6. I should give 3 some credit because 3 was the first one that came up with the sort of job, like the Dragon Quest job system. And I did enjoy that one. I had a lot of fun with it, but the depth of the vocation system in 6 was like, you know, I'm planning out every character's next 6 vocations, and the only downside is that when you're grinding the vocation system, you find yourself becoming a little overpowered. I managed to beat the boss. Wait, the job system always turns me away from RPGs, really? I misread that. TBH job systems always turn me off of RPGs. Why is that? Like, is it just because, like, is it because you're not a huge fan of, like, the width? Like, for your RPG systems, do you prefer depth over width? That's been a very common discussion at work. The idea of depth versus width in RPGs. With Elden Ring coming out, it's a hot topic because people are comparing it to Sekiro, where Sekiro is a very deep RPG where you have like one sort of pathway you take, and because you have just the one real set of weapons and skills, the talent and your ability comes from fighting the bosses. But like Elden Ring is very wide. It has so many customization options, which limits what you can do with bosses. I do like Dragon Quest VII. It would be my number 6 favorite. By the way, yeah, I've played all the games in the main series except 10, which hasn't been released here in the States yet. Yes, I've been thinking about Dragon Quest X. Because I know that it has not had any West release. In fact, it sounds like it never will. But I think for that game, once I finish Dragon Quest IX, I'm going to play Dragon Quest XI. And once I'm finished that, I might look into playing a bit of 10 with the fan translation tools, but I'm iffy on it. So I'd rather have a character that already had their job and you get to learn to use them to their max potential. Is it because of the extra grinding involved? Yeah, I actually... Well, what I did notice in Dragon Quest VI was that even though every character could pick up every vocation, the base characters were clearly designed for specific vocations. So me as the hero, I was pretty open, and that's why I chose to become a sage so that I could become the hero, because that let me get a lot of healing. Whereas for Carver, he was a heavy tank, so it made sense to send him down the melee the melee direction to become a gladiator. And then Millie was a bit of a heavy caster, but also kind of into some of her other like support abilities. So Paladin. And then Navon was already basically a healer, so you send him down the sage path too. So it's like they give you a lot of options, but there's kind of a pre-carved path, and I did appreciate that. Fair enough, but I like the optimization and customization potential involved with the job system of Final Fantasy III, Final Fantasy V, Dragon Quest III, Dragon Quest VII. Oh yeah, this game has a vocation system too. I'm actually really excited to get to that. I was looking into it, and it looks like they added a lot to this vocation system, although a lot of the new stuff doesn't seem too game-changing. It doesn't seem too much like, ooh, I want to try this new stuff over the old stuff. Like, it's like, well, the old stuff still look pretty good. Which actually gets me thinking, because I was reading a bit about the vocation system in a Dragon Warrior 7 guide, and in that guide, they were using all the old terminology, all the original translation stuff, and I really laugh at some of the old translations. Like, in Dragon Warrior, the damaging spell is called Hurt. The next damaging spell after that is called Hurt More. And then the third one is called Hurt Most. And the same for the healing spells. I thought that was so funny. If you look at Final Fantasy X's level system with the sphere grid, each character has an obvious role. If you feel you need some buffs in areas, you can bleed into other characters' sphere grids. And if you go all out, you can max out the sphere grid for all the characters, essentially making them the same stats-wise anyways. See, like, what you just described there, Ace, is kind of how I felt about Dragon Quest VI. Like, even though any character could become any job, each one seemed to be catered toward a specific job set. So it still kind of made it seem like everyone had their own path to take, but left you really open to do whatever. Like, maybe you want to get a thief in really early, or a merchant. You know? Like, I'm probably going to do a thief build, like, as one of my first builds, just so I can get a lot of those early items. And not have to spend so much money on trying to get items. So I don't know. I'm actually really into the job system. I think job systems are really intimidating at a first glance, but the more you get into them, the better they get. So we have 761 gold. You better believe we're beelining it to the shop. Wait. Why are you laying down? Wait, more monsters come by? Seems that way. Let's sleep at the inn before we help that guy out. He can survive one more night while we sleep, right? No, it won't let me. Okay. I guess it's daunting to choose the jobs for characters when I haven't played it before and don't know what would be best for who. I guess it depends on the system, but like I said, in Dragon Quest VI, each character already had a speciality. So that kind of said, like... And when you have, like, if you look at a guide to see what abilities comes with each one, it's like, oh, clearly this job is catered to this character. I like having that laid out. Yeah, but equally, though, I will agree, like, I've also enjoyed in, like, Dragon Quest V, every character already had their full set of abilities lined up for them, and I actually really enjoyed that, too, and you didn't have to stress about these other systems. How, Joster?
Did you find one of them green gem yolks?
Yep.
You did? And you ran into Maven all deadly. Thanks a million, Osta.
Asta hands the green gem to Patrick.
I'll get this to me dad.
That gem's bigger than your head, my friend.
I just hope this gets him back on his feet. I'm amazed you made it back in them mines without even a scratch on you. You must be pretty tough, like. May's tough too. Oh, sure, I haven't told you much about her yet, have I?
Me da and me are our lives, so we do.
It happened like this. Me da was over at the tower in the east battling monsters, and there's me left at home. Well, I decide I'll give him a hand, like. Then I get there and find me dad lying in the heap by the door, and there's your one Maeve right there beside him. She was keeping all them monsters from getting their claws on the old fella. If Maeve hadn't been there, it would have been curtain for the both of us. Well, the main thing is he survived. I just pray he'd be back on his old self soon. Now, I'm guessing you must be worn out, right? Why don't you head over to the inn and get a good nice skip?
Oh, okay, good. I was gonna do that anyways.
It was nice of Patrick to pay for our rooms. He's such a considerate boy, unlike some I could mention.
Prince Kiefer's immediately asleep.
Bah, that Kiefer can sleep anywhere. I wish I knew his secret. Okay, I'll shut up now and try to get some sleep. Night, Kiefer. Night, Asta. Asta? I can't shake this awful feeling that we might never see Pickled Bay again. Wouldn't that be horrible? I want to go home. I miss my mother and father. Only joking. Haha, got you. Only a massive wimp would say something like that. Anyways, go to sleep, will you? All your talking is keeping me awake.
Did she just tell us that all our talking is keeping... Oh, boy.
Wait! Wait, please!
Oh, what's this? Well, JK, I hit my parents. Yeah, I think she was trying to tell us her emotions and then realized she sounded like a wimp, so backed out of it.
What is it, sis? Is there something you're wanting to say to me? Yeah, you shouldn't be going off on your own. It's dangerous, like. Can't you go with all the others?
Listen, I don't want to go off on my own, of course I don't. But the others are awful slow coaches. If someone doesn't hurry after the monsters, we'll lose sight of them. I've got to lead the charge. Do you know what that means, sis? It means I go ahead, wallop a few beasties, and give the others time to get ready. Once they catch up with me, there'll be no stopping us. Them monsters won't know what hit them. Make sense?
Yeah, I suppose.
Now I'd better be going. Oh, I almost forgot. I made this for you. Here you are.
Is it a doll?
Well, it's meant to be. It's a bit rough and ready, but I put me heart and soul into making it. Keep it safe, you hear? Wait, is that Maeve? Doesn't look like her as a child. I don't think that's Maeve, but it looks like her.
I will, I promise. Thanks a million.
Well, I'd better be off. Be good, won't you now, Maeve? It's Maeve. Wait, so was her brother the hero that died to... Oh. I bet he is.
Top of the morning to you.
So it was Maeve's brother who is what's his name? Malloy, who was the one who saved the town, or at least died protecting it. No wonder she's so bitter about it. Wait, what? How ya? Were you looking for your man to do some shopping? Yep. Well, as you can see, the lazy Finn went off to his bed and left me to mind the place. Now let's see if I can get this right. Okay, so we can probably afford a lot this time. We already have a bamboo spear, so cobalt. Yeah, me connecting the dots. Okay, so we can definitely get 2 copper swords, and instead of we'll get 2 copper swords, and then we'll get a. Well, we don't need. Yeah, we have a bamboo spear, so we'll just give the one we have to Maribel, and then we got to get some armor stuff. Well, hopefully we'll be able to afford it all. We'll see. No, I don't want to buy a medicinal herb. Back it up. Another copper sword for Kiefer. Okay, so leather armor is 100. Is there no armor here we can get for Maribel? No. Huh. Okay. We could get one of these. And one of these. So we're at 22. So let's start with leather armor. And get that to Kiefer. So a leather shield would get us up to 24. We could get 2 leather shields. Oh, pointy hat actually more beneficial for Kiefer. So we'll get me a leather shield and Kiefer a pointy hat. So we can go to me, because I'm using the pot lid. So the pointy hat will give +5 for Kiefer. So now let's sell our leftover junk and go from there. So for us, we want to sell the pot lid. Actually, I should have checked to see if Maribel could have used that. Oops. Actually, let me back out of here really quickly and see what would be beneficial to give to Maribel before we get too excited. Like this. See, we don't want to sell that. That's good for her. Oh, she already has a pot lid. She can't use this. She already has that. And then we just want to... Wait, oh, I forgot we had a Seed of Magic and a Seed of Wisdom. Straight to Maribel. Straight to Maribel. I hope we use her a lot. So this is also going to Maribel. Wooden doll, can't do anything with that. Okay. So now anything left over we can sell. And I didn't want to buy. Sell. Sell the Oaken Club. Cypress stick can go. Another cypress stick, and then we get rid of the plain clothes. And everything else in the bag I want to keep, so... oh no, I wanted to buy. Whoops. So we could get the leather... Wait, did we not get leather armor for Asta? I thought we did. Meant to. Oh well. Pointy hat. So we can't get the leather armor, so the only thing left to do would be to get a pointy hat. Having a lot more fun with Ratchet and Clank than I thought I would, but I'm getting pretty annoyed with how often you get stuck in geometry and die. Oh, 2000s games on the PS2. How thou love to screw over your players. You know, it's like, it's almost impossible. Like, it's funny you mention that. Like, it's almost impossible with how broken, not broken, but how, like, kind of clunky PS2 games were. How they were also, oh, this is a PS3 one. I don't know what I was thinking is PS2. Because I was about to say, like, PS2 games were clunky, but infinitely fun. Like, you can never have a bad time on the PS2. As for PS3, well, if this is early PS3, then... Oh no, I wanted to sell! You talk too much! So I'm gonna get rid of our leather hat. Wait. Oh, I'm still having fun? Oh, like, yeah, I imagine. Oh, it's downgrade for her. Okay. So we'll sell it. There you go. However, it pulls you out of it when you clip through the floor. Yeah, I can only imagine. Okay, sorry, I spent way too much time at that shop, but we are set up. And, so the folks were kind of talking about the tower to the east. I guess we should head there. Monsters stole everything in beauty for our lives.
Ah, there's no hope for this place now. If I were you, I'd go back to where you came from and pray for us all.
How are you keeping? Did you give that green gem to young Patrick yet?
Yep. You did you?
Well, that's grand. Your man, Hanlon, will be fighting fit in no time flat. I was sleeping up here now. Okay. I've already heard your yarn. You got caught something terrible, you did. Let's go. Oh yeah, we should go see if Patrick's up. Oh, here we go.
Look! My dad's back on his feet, so he is.
Sayad mi Felite, 100,000 welcomes to ye. The name's Hanlon. Me lad Patrick's just after telling me about all that happened while I was fat on me back. I understand you've been down to the mines risking your neck on my behalf. I can't thank you enough.
Oh, and you have to remember to thank Maeve, too. She's the one that carried you back to the village from the tower when you got crooked.
So let me get this straight. Like, that warrior you were telling me about earlier, her name was Maeve?
Yeah, she's super tough and cool, and she saved your life and protected the village. She's deadly.
Is that so? Well, it sounds like I owe her a debt of gratitude. Now, if I may, what exactly is it that brings you to a village like ours out here in the middle of nowhere?
Where to begin?
Maribel tells Hanlon about how you ended up in Ballymore. Well, that's quite a tale. So you're stuck here, a long way from home, with no idea how to get back. I'd be happy to help yous in any way I can, but I can't fair in the life of me think what I can do. Still, and all that, maybe if we deal with the evil that's overshadowing this land, we'll be able to see things more clearly like. And there's only one way to deal with evil that I know of. Get out of here and give some monsters a walloping. And thanks to use all, I'm back to me old self and capable of doing just that. So I'll find yous a way home soon enough. And in the meantime, why not join me on a little raid? I reckon we should go and give the monsters in that tower off to the east a scare, in? Yes. This time, I won't be letting no beasties get the better of me. You can count on that. Wallop. Wallop sounds like what frogs use to describe getting beat up. What'd you see him? He got walloped. The tower I'm talking about is to the east of here. To get there, you gotta head north and go around the top like. Ooh, it's a long journey. Alright, well, we got Hanlon with us, so what could go wrong? What could go wrong like? As they would say here. Where's the exit to this town? Here it is. Alright, give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to refill my water bottle. It's quite dry in my room at the moment, and I'm out of hydration. And of course, what's going to happen next is I'm going to drink so much to stay hydrated. And then need to run on the washroom every like 5 minutes. Okay, so yes, according to the map, I can't see anything right now. We have to go around. First, we got to fight some monsters. Pretty much just spamming through attack for the most part. Ooh, 4 damage, nice. 25, 13. I'm actually, like, super into the fact... Yes, that's how hydration works. Super into the fact that all the characters are holding their weapons in combat. Like, we've seen our different characters switching to the different weapons. Like, she's holding the bamboo spear now. Both Austin and Kiefer are holding their new swords. Like, I really like that. It really adds... a bit more of a reward to owning things is actually being able to see yourself using them, because previously we've not been able to see ourselves using things at all. In fact, you could have like the craziest setup and you wouldn't see it. I am noticing that like it does, like I have a shield in my hand now. I guess some shields are animated and some aren't. Or, because I know Kiefer doesn't have a shield. Maybe he doesn't have one equipped. But I know that Maribel has one equipped. And she's not holding it because I guess the bamboo spear is two-handed. So... I don't know. Did he just sap that monster? Don't use up too many of your resources there, pal. All these out in the world encounters are fairly easy, so I'm kind of hoping it stays easy as we get into the tower. Ooh, chest! Ah! 120 gold! Hello! I'm stuck. Okay, there we go. So the tower. Okay, so I see there's a front door, some stairs. Maybe we should just try the front door first and see what happens. Oh, we can get in. Oh, slime. Not slime. Many more things than slime. Maribel, one-shotting slimes now. Well done. One thing that would be kind of cool, and I know that it wouldn't really work because, you know, RPG, but it'd be cool if, like, you walk into this tower, and each floor has a set number of enemies, and once you've killed them all, you're sort of free to go. You know, there's no more enemies to worry about. Medicinal herb. Excuse me. Ugh, what's that prickly thing? Cacti ball. Cacti ball? Well, Harlan's assessing the situation. Harlan, there's nothing to assess. There's monsters here. Swing your sword. Harlan, we are children, and we are doing more than you in this situation. So you assessed the situation and chose to sap? Oh my goodness. I don't know if it's more disturbing that this monster just came and licked Asta, or if it's more disturbing that after being licked, the description said Asta was not affected. Why is Asta not affected by being licked? That's a problem. He should be affected. He should be affected by that. That should affect him. Yeah, can't help but notice, one of the things I always thought was weird in space-themed media, when people make a big deal over how fast a ship is when they can all move through hyperspace. Yeah. Do you have a fresh example on your mind, like of that you're thinking of? I mean, one thing that kind of takes me out of, like, space... I mean, I can only assume, well, what takes me out of space media and stuff like Star Wars is that, like, you can't, like, you can't get most places in space. Like, you can't travel a galaxy as quickly as they do in Star Wars. Because if they move as fast can be, which would be the speed of light, it'd still take a very long time. Yeah, in Ratchet and Clank, I just got a ship, and the space pirates are freaking out about how fast I am, as if warp speed isn't a thing. Ugh! I guess we have to fight that thing. That was scary. Seems very interested in Hanlon. Seems to have worked out where it's seen him before. It looks surprised that he wouldn't come back for more. Is that a Pokemon? I guess it's the Pokemon equivalent of Snorlax, but it is not a Pokemon. It is a Golem. It looks distinctly like it's about to attack. A Golem appears. Alright, well, we can buff ourselves, but that's not what I'm looking for. So let's just attack. Attack. Now you can sap it. Maybe we should try a snooze. See if that works. Not affected. Oh! Attack, attack. Should we risk another snooze, or should we just sap it? I'm gonna sap it. Oh! Smack! I'm gonna risk another snooze. I don't know if it's just never gonna work. Oh, put him to sleep. He's still asleep. Stay asleep. He stayed asleep. Yes. Smack him with a frizz. Whoopah! 15. Nice. Oh, he woke up. Not good. Resleep, resleep. Attack, attack. Come on, snooze. Come on, snooze. Aha. You sleep through this, you silly boss fight. What were you thinking, boss fight? Keep sleeping. I'm gonna save my magic for more snoozes. He woke up! Hanlon, you better assess that this situation needs you to do something pretty quick, or we're gonna have words after this encounter. Aha, sleep again. We're burning through way too much magic putting this thing to sleep. It's not good, and I think it woke up, didn't it? It did wake up. I think it's become a little bit resistant to... Ah! No! Maribel! Okay, we killed it. 60 XP. I was about to say, there better be some level ups coming out of that. Asta to 7. It dropped a chest. Green fragment. Oh! Okay. It seems to be breathing with some difficulty. It seems to be dead. Sure, a big wimp like that is no bother. Let's head inside, shall we? Oh, I dropped the accent for him, poor guy. Guess that can happen. Okay. Oh, that's a cat. Meowgicians. He loves his sap. I'm glad I can't see his stats, so I can't tell how much magic he's burning through, because I'm sure it would upset me. Whoa! Did that just say 165 damage? I'm embarrassed by how much damage he's dealing. My goodness. Better do some more combat so we can get a bit stronger. This guy's making us look bad. What does that put us at for money? Oh, there's a red shard. We can build tons of shards here. I like how, very, gooey the slimes actually look in this. It's pretty cool. I really like that part. Okay, so let's check out this chest. Let's check out this fragment. A red fragment. We're drowning in fragments right now. A bronze knife. $10. That goes to Maribel. Oh, big buff Maribel. Yes, equip it now. Are you kidding me? One thing I will say, I prefer a conversation system like in Dragon Quest V. Because in Dragon Quest V, every chat was unique and they didn't repeat very much, and it always felt meaningful. A lot of the times here, when they talk, it just is like the exact same thing, and it just feels generic, and it doesn't really build up on the characters as much. I think 5 so far had the best party chat. No, don't go downstairs, you fools! We're going up! Up the tower. There we go. That's bad. Ah, oh! Chest, quick. Great, leather shield. Immediately take it. It's coming. It's coming. Equip it. Equip it. Yes. Okay. Thank you, chest, for blocking it. Thank you, Maribel, for repeating yourself. I'm realizing now that Golem was our first boss fight, actually, so far this game. I don't think we had a boss fight in the mine dungeon, so that's kind of cool. It went very well, too. I was very happy with that. So it looks like chests are not highlighted on... Oh, are not highlighted on the mini-map. Meowgician, I'm more scared of the Meowgician, to be honest with you. Ooh, Maribel, you are starting to deal some damage, but you look not great with the pot lid. I'm so into the fact that they're actually wielding the equipment that I equipped them with. That is so cool. Immediately yes on that. Immediately yes. Tung Fu Fighter. Take that Tung Fu Fighter out of here. Oh, key for leveling up? Yes. HP by 9. This guy's on another level. Well, he's quite literally on another level. But his HP is huge. Oh, okay. Don't have to worry about that. Okay, we gotta go this way for these stairs. Those stairs go down. Dead end. I don't like that. I didn't like that? Wait, didn't like what? Those flat. Oh, sorry. In The Legend of Dragon, I don't think anything changes on your character no matter what gear you give them. Yeah, that... Well, yeah, I don't like that. That's how the first 6 Dragon Quest games played. You didn't see any change in your characters while you played through, so it's really nice that in this one there's, like, actually some difference. I just remember that chests don't appear on the map, so even if they looks like a dead end, you should still check it out. Here. Okay. True dead end. Oh, more mouse flaps. And a what is it called? Whoa. Controller just gave out. To be fair, you never saw your characters in battle till now, though. This is true, and I want to see more, like, change on the character in the open world, too. But I guess it's not really the end of the world, like, as long as I see it in battle here. But... So I'm trying to remember how this battle system looked in The Legend of Dragoon. Was that, how did that work? Was that very similar to Final Fantasy VII in its setup? Whoa. Kiefer, when did you get a Flame Slash ability? Are you kidding me? Nobody told me? 7 damage, well done. Oh! I'm used to that, though, after playing so many classic JRPGs where characters and graphics appear and never change anyways. What is this? You also have the addition of guarding. Wait, do I have any abilities? No, I don't. And you get combo attack. If you time the X press when the squares on screen sync up. Interesting. I'm gonna have to do some healing. Use some of these healing herbs here in a second because there is some damage being taken. Here, Flame Slash, attack lips. So, wapow. There's literally no reason to not use Flame Slash. Not gonna lie, gameplay-wise, The Legend of Dragoon you like better than Final Fantasy VII? Fair enough. Most people I've seen who've, like, gone through and, like, analyzed Final Fantasy VII mention that the game is more of a, like, the importance of that game has more to do with what it did for the JRPG genre as well as the Final Fantasy brand, more so than how it was like a good game. Because some of the storytelling in that game is kind of weak. Some of the systems in that game are kind of weak, but I want to give it another try of like playing it all the way through properly, because I played about halfway through before I had stopped playing it. And I didn't stop playing it because I didn't want to play it anymore. It just happened that way that, well, I wanted to finish exploring upstairs first. It just happened that way that I just put it down one day and never picked it back up. Oh, no, I didn't want to go down these stairs either. The story was interesting but weak. Yeah, also the materia system can create some crazy effects, but you gotta get really into it to do that. Not to mention, like, changing your materia is just very tedious. Like, you gotta do a lot of menu stuff to get that done, which is just frustrating. Like, I don't want to have to click through a million things just to get my one set up. Also, Greg, rolling back to your earlier comment about old games where the graphics appearance never changed, I kind of realized that was happening to me. I was so used to it that when I saw it in this game, it was actually blowing my mind that that was a thing. I'm like, what a crazy idea, showing what you have equipped. When it's like, wait, that's been like that in a lot of other games I've seen. But for some reason in this game, it was like, whoa. Well, because I guess I haven't seen that in Dragon Quest yet, but this way is where I'm going to go. I kind of wish the minimap rotated. I don't know if there's a setting for that. I'm not aware of. If there is, I'd love to know about it. Ow. Oh, look at him go. Because I always get confused when my camera doesn't line up with the map. It always confuses me for whatever reason. Ah, it's a dead end. No chests. No chests at all. This flame slash is it. This is the... Whoa, ah! Ah! Ah, you know what? Fight us. We need the money and XP anyways. Whoops. I didn't mean to have her also attack. Oh well. This man and his saps. Unbelievable. It feels like there's a lot more enemies fleeing in this game. True, a lot of the initial appeal for Final Fantasy VII was the graphics so ahead of its time, and I agree that always accessing the materia menus can be annoying, but then again, after so many Zelda games, it is tedious, but somehow a little more bearable for me. I think what makes it more bearable is how much that system has to offer. It's like, because there's so much crazy customization, you don't necessarily mind battling through the tedium, because you get so many cool things out of it. Please don't remind me of Ocarina of Time Iron Boots. Too late, Ace, you've been reminded. Now you have to think about that all night. I think this is the one we wanted, right? Yes. Couple chests here. At least 3DS version made them even more convenient. Seed of Resilience. Ooh. Who should I give that to? This is going to sound like an embarrassing question after playing so many Dragon Quest games. But what is Resilience do? Is it just sort of like your ability to... Is it kind of like a second defense? Is your resilience like your ability to not take damage? Is that a factor? I think it's defense. Okay, that's what I thought it was. I've always been under that impression. I'm going to give it to her to... Ooh, +3, that's big. I've always been under that impression, but I didn't want to falsely assume and be wrong. Go through again here, make sure I don't. I've heal and I've buff. I have no abilities. Okay, attack. Abilities. Flame slash. You can attack the Magician. Whoa, big hit. Flame slash that guy out of here. Ooh, that's actually a heavy hit. I don't know what's down these stairs. I'm almost wondering if I should use some medicinal herbs to get everyone healed up a little bit. It's got me a bit nervous. Whoops. Medicinal herbs. I can use that on him. Medicinal herb. I'll use that on her. And then we have one more. We have 4 more medicinal herbs. So I'll use one on me. We actually already have quite a bit of HP and stuff. I feel already pretty strong. Yeah, okay, here we go. Ah, okay, another boss fight it looks like. I think I burned too much magic.
You humans are such cowardly little shrimps. You figured out when the boss is away, and you wait until then to attack.
Okay, so the boss isn't here.
But I won't need any help chopping you to pieces. Our boss will be so impressed when I destroy you. Single clawed.
Single clawed. Okay, so we'll start with some normal attacks. We'll definitely throw in a flame slash. And might as well have you give him a sap. No, I think Buddy will sap. You're actually probably better to frizz him. Oh, 15 damage. Only 6? Aw, we definitely need to... because I don't have anything, so I can only attack. He will continue to flame slash. It's amazing how you can do so many voices and they still sound the same. Yeah, there's always a little bit of my voice in every voice I do. You can really, I hear it. Like, I sometimes go back and listen to my VODs, and it's like, I can hear a bit of me in every single one. Attack, flame slash, and attack. We're out of magic on her, because we used way too much of it on that Iron Golem. I had no idea there was another boss. I should have probably known. Attack, flame slash, and attack. Pretty much all we can do for now. Not sure. We're about to need to do a heal. Yeah, it's like, to you it'll sound drastically different, but to everyone else it's just a shitty accent. Hey, I feel like it still adds a certain level of entertainment. Ow. Attack, flame slash, and attack. 9. I will say your Scottish accent is pretty good. Oh. Well, thank you. Oh, he's going defensive, is he? Oh, I like that stumble. That's a nice little touch. Oh, is he just gonna keep defending himself? What good is that to us? Just have to keep beating him down one point at a time, I guess. Maybe we'll have to do a round of everyone defending to try to coax him out. Defend. 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 Harlan! Come on, man. Now we'll go back on the offensive. He didn't see it coming. Aha! I knew we had to coax him out of it. Get sapped. Wait, was that ability letting him build up defense? Because he seems like he's built his defense back up. There he goes. The Crabble Rooser is defeated. Each party member receives 80 experience and 90 coins. Another Seed of Resilience. With no level up from that.
This never would have happened if the boss was here.
What? Boss? Oh no. Not Maeve was evil the whole time. So you're the one behind all this.
Boss, finish them off, will you? They really hurt me, you know. Boss?
Oh.
No! Stop, boss! What are you doing?
Wait. So Maeve was the good guy all the time? What? One of them like Maeve the fuck. Wait, so we just got a hero is the villain twist immediately followed by villain is the hero twist? By the way, getting back to what you mentioned earlier, I agree. It's a nice addition when newer games graphically show weapons and armor equipped on your character sprite's animation. It's nice when they do that, but I won't hold it against other games that don't, especially for older games. Yeah, I do agree with you there. In fact, I would have actually preferred, as an example, I would have preferred if Final Fantasy VII let you keep the Buster Sword on Cloud, even after changing to other swords. Because, like, when you think of Cloud, you think of his sword. And when you get to, like, later in the game and he's just wielding this little tiny thing, like, it has better stats. That's why I use it, but it's super lame. So there's some games where I actually would prefer that. But it is also super cool to actually see the benefit of what she got. Anyways, let's see what she has to say for herself. Sorry, Asta. Didn't want you to have to find out like this. This Ultima weapon is dope AF. But it's like Hanlon's after saying, I'm behind all the bad stuff that's been going on. I'm nothing more than another monster, ordered to make sure those women never return to their homes. No, we don't have to fight her, do we? No. Oh, we are... Good point, Cloudbuster Sword all over the promo pics of that game. It's one of the most iconic RPG weapons. For sure.
Yes, it's the real me. But there's one thing I want you all to believe. You remember back when I met yourselves by them graves? I didn't know whose they were, but I knew I wanted to leave flowers on them. That wasn't a lie or any sort of trick like. That was the real me. Whatever part of me is still human made me go there. But me want to do that. Made me want to do that. And Harlan, listen to me. It was your boy Patrick who made me realize that. That's enough out of ye. Don't ye be bringing my lad into this. No, ye have to hear this. When he came here like that, all on his own, he didn't care about the danger. He just wanted to help ye. It reminded me of someone. It reminded me of me. I did the same when I was his age. Went after me brother, but he never came back.
Wait. Maeve. Sure, I knew it sounded familiar. Malloy had a little sister by that name, did he not? Well now, there's a thing. I went to try and find me brother, but all I found was someone else. Someone who told me terrible things. He told me the others had betrayed Malloy, that it was their fault he was dead. I began to hate everyone back in the village. And before I knew it, the hatred had taken over my heart. I lost sight of who I was and became this. I couldn't bear it if the same thing happened to your boy. Listen, Maeve,
I promised Patrick that I'd thank ye for him. It seems ye did him a great service. So I don't want to fight ye. I don't want to cut ye down. But I'm going to ask ye this just once. Will ye return our womenfolk to us and let us go back to our lives we had before? Do that, and I'll spare ye. I owe ye that much after what ye did for me son, and for Oster and his friends.
I'm sorry, but I just can't do as ye ask. See, the only way to bring your womenfolk back, the key to setting them free is, it's me life. As long as I live, you'll not see them again.
Then I'm sorry, but you leave me no choice.
I understand.
Oh, we have to fight her.
They're playing close. Bitch, I always thought of Final Fantasy X when it came to when I think of JRPGs, so the brother sword is more iconic for me. True, I guess it's all in who you talk to, fair enough. You're not wrong, the Buster Sword is probably the most popular sword in the game. I mean, even Cloud's, oh, we got a full rest. Oh, that's perfect. But even Cloud's, his sword in Smash Bros. Is the Buster Sword. It's just that's his sword. So it's so weird that you immediately, would replace it so early in the game. Okay, what do we do here? Let's attack. Flame Slash. And let's give... Wait, what? Oh, right, we want spells. Let's do Sap. Maybe we should be doing some snoozes. Attack. Flame Slash. Let's give another Sap. For RPGs, especially for video games in general, the Master Sword and the Zelda is in that list too, I'd think. That's really an interesting thing, you know, not most iconic gaming heroes, but most iconic gaming items / weapons. See if we can get a snooze off. Isn't affected. Whoa! Why are we even here? Yeah, it's strange, but I think it's more people's first impression when playing the game. And the fact that he got it from Zack doesn't mean it's the most powerful. No, but you're not wrong. And I know this has really never been the case, but for me, well, it kind of has been the case for, Zelda. But, the weapon on the box, the weapon you see the hero with, it feels like that should be the weapon. That should be the big bad weapon. Which is not, strictly speaking, the case in a lot of games. Hiya! I don't want any of the rest of yous doing any more fighting. This responsibility is mine and mine alone. It's time for me to finish this. 100% agree with that? Because that's the weapon you want? Yeah. Hoster. Are we just going to stand here and watch? Maeve doesn't deserve this, does she? True, because why else would it be in the game's artwork if it's not the intended main weapon? Yeah. It's even I feel a bit weird in Dragon Quest 4, 5, and 6, where the heroes, the Zenithian armor and weapon, the hero's equipment, the equipment only equipable by the hero, is not the best equipment in the game. I usually wear it because it's usually second best, but it's couldn't you just be the best? Only one person can wear you. Anyways, Osta's making a stand here. Do you really mean to stop me, lad? Yes. Yeah, I guess we like Maeve. Maeve is literally Sorrow the Manslayer in a mini story. Just tragic. Believe me, I don't want to do this, but this is the sister of our village's greatest hero after all.
I don't know who or what made Maeve do this, but the fact remains, without our women, our village has no future. If this is the only way to bring them back and rid the island of evil, then I have no choice.
No, please don't. You can't do it. You can't kill her.
Your name was Maribel, wasn't it? Thanks. You've got a good heart. Listen, remember the forest where I first met yourselves? I want you to go back there when this is all over, and please, you have to believe me. This was my only choice. Whoa. Oh, and Maribel, thanks so much for giving me those seeds. It meant a lot. Well, would you look at that? A bright blue sky of all things. Ah, but there's a part of me heart that this sunlight just can't reach. No, now's not the time. Come on, let's head back to the village. If we're in luck, our women folk will be there waiting for us. Jeez. Maeve. How's this, like, starting little, like, mini story hitting so hard? My goodness. Whoops, didn't mean to go back in there. I guess by rights we could Chimera Wing there. It's not that far. In Final Fantasy X, as far as I know, until you get Titus Celestial Weapon, the Brotherhood Sword is the strongest in terms of damage, so it's the best for the vast majority of the game, so the weapon in the art box is almost the best. Well, yeah, that's good. That's doing it right. Okay. Ah, Hanlon, you're back, safe and sound, I see. Me fella told me all that happened, how we were dragged off by them awful monsters, and how you came to our rescue. I haven't played Final Fantasy X in over a decade now, so I remember very little about it. It was another one that was like... That was another one that had a big impact on the series, but not... But in a different way. That was the first one that actually started to bring more women into JRPGs, because that one actually had a bit of a romance in it that appealed more to a feminine audience, and it actually brought a lot more of a broad group of players in, which is really cool. That was a game that did a lot for the series and is really not appreciated enough for it. Tell you the truth, I can't remember a thing about being taken captive, but that's by the by. Thanks a million for all you've done. Well, if it isn't Hanlon, sure it's a fine day and no mistake the sun's splitting the stones and me darling wife's back where she belongs. I'm gonna rebuild this village with my own hands. You just see if I don't. Starting tomorrow, like. Final Fantasy X had sadder tones to it, which I like. I know Final Fantasy VI had a lot of darker parts to it, and the Pixel Perfect remake just came out, so it's a good time to pick that up. That monster spirited us away somewhere, eh? All I remember is it was awful dark. Well, I suppose it doesn't hurt to have a bit of an adventure every now and again. Ah, who am I kidding? I was desperate altogether. Hanlon, you made it back, and that's a grand altogether. Would I be right in thinking you gave them monsters a hidden? Yes. I'm very glad to hear it. And thanks to yourself, herself is back with me and all. I can't thank yous enough. Well, I'm grateful to see you. Now I've got to go fix me house up and everything will be grand. We should go find his kid. Oh, Patrick. Here's the lad. Final Fantasy X was also the first Final Fantasy to have voice acting, which for some people I knew back then was a big thing. Yeah, actually, I can't believe I forgot about that. That was a really big part of that game. Da, you're back! You did it! Oh yeah, Patrick. Were you worried about your old Da? Well, there's no need to worry anymore. Them monsters won't be bothering any of us again. Deadly! Thanks a million, Asta. You and your pals are the best. Oh yeah, Da, did you meet Maeve at all? We have to tell her we beat them we have to tell them we beat them monsters. We did meet Maeve, your lad. I thanked her for you, just like I promised I would. You did? Thanks, Da, but now it's safe. I better go and thank her myself. She'll be chuffed to bits, I know she will. Look at that. Speed walk. That kid has got calves. Wow. Well, no sense in standing around here all day. Let's be heading in, shall we? Remember watching someone 100% speedrun Final Fantasy X during a summer in high school? It took 30 hours. Surely the speedrun's better than that now. What's a speedrun on Final Fantasy X? But it just doesn't feel right. Maeve should be back here where she belongs, living peacefully in the village. She's Molloy's sister, after all. Sure never mind me and my old blathering. Now, Maeve told you to go back to the forest where you met her, did she not? You should head there now, like. I've never known. You might find some clues that'll help you find your way home while you're out and about. And if not, just remember you've always a home waiting here for you in the village. You and your pals saved my life, and you saved our home. We'll not forget that in a hurry. Not that I'm hoping you don't find your way back, of course. I'll be praying you do. We all will. Anyway, less of me chatter. Off with ya, and here's hoping this is goodbye. You know what I mean. 100% speedrun will take more time than a basic speedrun, though. Oh, yeah, you know what? You're right. I actually missed that 100% speedrun part. That's true. What is it? What's even considered 100%ing like a Final Fantasy game? Like collecting every item? Like, or completing every quest and side quest? What's considered 100%? Does that 30 hours include a break to sleep? Because that sounds miserable. Okay, so we have to get out of here. Should we? No, I'm gonna save our money for now. We have 1,000. Any percent PS2, 10 hours basically. Wow. Okay. Also, 100% isn't on the leaderboard for some reason. Maybe because like they're trying not to encourage people to do it because it's literally like a death sentence. Okay, so we need to head this way. Yes, this is where we need to go. The flowers grew. Oh, it's Asta and the gang. Look at this, would you? Look at all them flowers. Sure, I'd love Maeve to see them, but I can't find her anywhere, so I can't. Give the wooden doll to Patrick? Yes. What's that? Maeve wanted me to have this, you say? Thanks a million, Asta. I'll be sure to look after it. There's a Nemesis run, which is 20 hours. It's impossible to make up what's written on it. Seriously, how's this first little bit of this game actually hitting hard? I feel like a little emotional. Jeepers. What's a nemesis run, if you don't mind me asking? Yeah, not gonna lie, I was only semi-pretending I knew what that meant. I would be curious to know as well. Oh, okay, there's a portal. So I guess it... Whoa, it just lets us teleport back, but we spin really quick? That's nauseating. Huh? Hang about. We're back here? We were stood right here, remember? We talked to our weird floaty friend and slotted those stone fragments into the pedestal and then...
Hey,
What voice did I do for this guy? I gotta look it up now. It was really stupid, but it was very unique, and if I do it wrong, it's gonna be so noticeable. Let me really quickly hop back. I gotta find out. I don't want to do this wrong. Oh, that's really stupid. I don't even know if I can do the voice.
hey, I'm here.
I can't do it now. What's wrong with me?
I'm here, you know. Trying to be more respectful, please. I'm the fully fledged servant of the higher power. I'll have you know.
Oh, that's bad policy.
But let's not get into details of exactly who and what I am right now. I'm just glad to see you made it back safely. So I trust you've got the adventure you were hoping for, my young friends. What?
Oh, what? Oh, yeah, I suppose we did. Although I'm still not quite sure what actually happened. Was it all a dream or something? Don't be so stupid, Kiefer. Kiefer? How could it be? Since when do 3 people have the exact same dream? All I know is that I could have been killed, and it was all your two's fault. Are you even listening, Asta? No, you're staring off into space as usual. Did you hear what I said? Yes. Pah, no you didn't, you're just saying that. Whoa, hey. Oh, what's that rumbling? Whoa. Whoa. Wait. Wait, that's where we were. What the heck just happened? Well, at least it stopped shaking now. For a second there, I thought we were being sent back to Ballymolly. Bah, it was just a little earthquake. Don't be such a baby. The main thing is we're back, and I don't know about you two, but I've had quite enough excitement for one lifetime. I'm heading home. My mother must be worried sick, which means I'll never hear the end of this. Thanks for nothing, you two. Gah, my dad will be tearing his hair out too. I'm really for it this time. Listen, I'd better get back to the castle, Asta. I'll be in touch, okay? Charming. And where's my goodbye, Well, what am I, invisible or something? Pfft, there's no helping some people. Anyways, come on, Asta, we better get going. Oh, not so fast, my friends. Never actually beat Final Fantasy X, so I don't know too much about the game, despite it being my favorite JRPG.
Now, I know you've had a curious experience, but be under no illusions. That was no dream you just had. Although I think you know that already, and I also think you know that you need to do next. What you need to do next?
Oh, do we? Oh, we do we? Well, I, for one, haven't got the foggiest, and I'm sure Asta doesn't either.
You must continue to collect all the tablet fragments you can find, of course. Do that, and you'll soon come to understand. I guarantee it. Oh, I almost forgot. Allow me to give a little gift, if I may.
I like how Mirabelle blames Kiefer and the hero for the time she wasted, yet she was the one that insisted to come with you in the first place. I know, I'm like iffy on how much I like Mirabelle, because like yeah, she's She wants to know what we're doing. She wants to be there. But then everything goes wrong and she blames us. And it's like, am I supposed to like you or not? I can't tell.
This will come in very handy indeed when you're out looking for fragments. It will light up when they are nearby, and the closer you get to them, the more brightly it will shine. Here, take it, it's yours.
Okay, we got the fragment detector. Exactly. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, so far, I like all the characters, and Mirabelle I'm medium on. Great, ridiculous looking, and useless, I'll bet. Thanks a bunch. Never mind, Mirabelle sucks. She's so mean. Who invited her? Now, was that everything? We need to be heading off if it's all the same to you.
But of course, you run on home and get some rest. You'll need plenty of energy if you're going to go out fragment hunting. And remember, as soon as you find any, bring them straight to me. Put enough for them together, and the way forward will be revealed. Good luck now.
She invited herself, I guess. Wait, so we have fragments, so we might as well put them in. Oi, what do you think you're doing? We only just made it back in one piece the last time. No more adventures for today. Come on, let's get back to Pilcard Bay. Okay. Fine. Jeez, Mirabelle. Who... I actually really am liking the mini-map feature at the, like, using the bottom screen for a mini-map. I'm loving that. Oh.
Listen, Asta, I don't expect you to have noticed, but I'm absolutely shattered. I don't want any of your detours or any other nonsense. Is that clear? Just take me back to Pilcard Bay.
We're back, finally!
I can barely keep my eyes open. Well, I'm heading home. See you later.
There's this wild phenomenon in a lot of games and a lot of media where nothing interesting ever happens on the road back home. Ever. That happened a lot in The Last of Us Part 2. In The Last of Us as well, but in The Last of Us Part 2, you've got your sort of like hub base, and you would go out, do a mission, and then as soon as the mission was over, you would just teleport back. It's like there was no conflict, no enemies, nothing interesting happened on the road back home. Okay, so we're here. Oh yeah, I guess the new island appeared. Everyone's probably in a panic. Life ain't always an adventure, bro. Yeah, but it seems to exclusively be an adventure when you're leaving home, but it is never an adventure on the way back home. Ever. Nothing interesting happens on the way back home. It's only on the way out. Guarantee it. Okay, what are we looking for? We should probably be... Well... Maybe they're in the mayor's house, actually.
Whatever am I going to do about my Mirabelle? Where in the world did she get it to this time? She marches in from who knows where, and before I can ask her a single question, she announces that she's exhausted and goes off to bed. And now she's sleeping like a baby. Honestly, that girl will be the death of me.
No bed. Wait, no doubt. No bed. Alright, I'm going to go home too. I'm probably shattered. Look at me, I'm only sprinting. I kind of get the impression everyone in this town is supposed to be, like, Australian or very heavily British. Like, blimey, what are we doing here? Crumpets and tea? Kind of thing. And I'm not doing it. Okay, well, no one's home? Oh, Mom's home.
And where exactly have you been, young man? You had us all worried sick. You, Prince Kiefer, and Mirabelle. All gone at once. I've been beside myself. I don't want you scaring me like that ever again. Is that clear?
Yes, Mom.
Shall like you to be so obliging. Are you sure you're not hiding anything from your dear old mother?
Yes.
Well, thank your lucky stars, we've got bigger fish to fry right now. I don't know if you've heard, but they're saying they've discovered a whole new island just next to us. Your father and mayor maid have gone to the castle to speak to the king about it. And I, for one, don't believe a word of it, of course. If there was another island out there, your father would have found it long ago. I like the fragment detector in the 3DS version. They didn't have that in the PS1 original. At least I don't think they did. Oh, okay. I'm definitely glad they have it. I'm going to have to remember to use it, because I will constantly forget to use it. Yeah, still empty. Let's turn in for the night. But it sounds like we need to head back to the castle now to see if we can find our father and figure out what's going on with that. So I'm kind of wondering then, is the whole premise of this game that in the world, our island is the only island that exists, and the hero's job is to travel to these dream worlds, alternate dimension, different timelines, something, to restore all this old stuff and rebuild the world, basically? Bruh, what? Welcome to Star Castle. I'm afraid you can't go in right now. There's an important meeting going on. Sorry, Asta, I'm afraid your visit is a little unfortunately timed. The king has ordered us to pull up the drawbridge and not let anyone in. It's not every day that happens, I tell you. Anyways, if you're looking for the prince, he said he was going to pay Dermot the Hermit a visit. Maybe try looking for him there. Okay, let's go there then. Whoops. You know what? Let's just try using it. Oh, Seed of Resilience. Let's use it on ourselves. By 5! Wow. Wait, where's the detector? Yep, that's basically the gist of it. Time travel, hence fragments of the Forgotten Past subtitle. Ah, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Am I blind? What happened to the thing he just gave me? Did like the others take it? Is it an ability or something? I am confused. Wouldn't be the first time. So far, I actually like that this has a very unique premise. Oh. It's up on the left. Oh, okay, I see. So I have to touch it and then it works. Got it. Aha! There you are, Asta. I knew you'd make it eventually. Have you heard about this meeting they're having up the castle about the new island? Well, it must be serious, because they even asked that miserable old so-and-so Dermot to go and tell them what he knows. Anyways, you're not going to believe this, but we're not allowed to be a part of it. Unbelievable, right? What are they thinking, inviting old Hermit Face and leaving us out? Well, if that's the way they want to play it, then fine. The time has come for us to use the you-know-what. I'll go on ahead. I'll see you there in a bit, yeah? Mum's the word. It will blink when you're in an area with the fragment to be found. Oh, okay, I just gotta keep an eye. You do know what I mean, right? The shoreside shrine, just southwest of Pilcard Bay? Good, see you there! Okay, I was pretty sure that's what he meant, but I don't know why we couldn't go together.
I can only imagine then, like, for a world, like, in a world where it's been one way for so long, the fact that, like, all of a sudden there's a brand new island, never before seen, that would be pretty crazy for the folks. Like, genuinely insane. You know what? I'm looking at the time here for me, and it is actually getting a bit late. So I think this is a bit of a natural stopping point. I think I'm gonna go make a save, and we'll actually call the stream here for the night. I'll just take a note that I need to go to the shrine, the southeast, the seaside shrine. Okay, that's the next thing. I gotta make a save. We've also actually done some combat. Made a few levels, got a few abilities and spells, and I need to save more often too. There's 3 hours of gameplay we could have lost. So, I need to do better at that. Okay, yes. We are going to call the stream here tonight. I will try to stream again tomorrow night. Not entirely sure how it's going to lay out, but thank you, Ace, for hanging out. Thank you, Greg, for hanging out. I look forward to seeing both of you in the next stream. So, yeah, thanks for hanging out. I'll see you in the next one.